Instructional designer is a role that exists across many industries. However, the title is often interpreted differently depending on context. It is commonly associated with training or content creation. However, content is not the core responsibility. Instructional designers are responsible for learning transfer. Learning transfer is the ability to understand and apply something correctly after instruction. For example, after instruction, a user should be able to add a new customer in a customer relationship management system. That includes entering required information, such as a name, email address, and company, assigning the correct status, such as new, active, or pending, and saving the record without errors. This should happen without following step-by-step instructions. If the work only succeeds while guidance is visible, the system still depends on instruction, not on the user's understanding. This creates delays, rework, and ongoing support needs. This happens when learning transfer has not occurred. Learning transfer can be evaluated in simple terms: correct performance over time without constant guidance and reminders. Consider two companies training 100 employees on the same system. Company A measures completion. 100% of employees finish the training. Company B measures performance. 85% of employees complete the task correctly without help. Both companies report training success, yet only one achieved learning transfer. Now consider a different example. A company notices an increase in technical support requests. Many of the requests relate to the same feature and the same user errors. The company asks an instructional designer to investigate. The instructional designer reviews the support data and speaks with the information technology team to understand where users are getting stuck. They also speak with subject matter experts. These experts understand the system in depth. Instructional designers focus on how others come to understand it. Together with stakeholders, others involved in the work, they identify the specific point where errors occur. They agree on what employees need to understand or do differently. This becomes a targeted learning objective. The instructional designer then designs a learning path focused on the area where errors occur. The goal is to teach what matters when it matters. If successful, support requests drop from hundreds per month to a fraction of that. Users work more independently and the system relies less on ongoing help. Instructional designers work to bridge a learner with real-world context. They decide what information is necessary, what practice is required, and what feedback prevents common errors. They break work and concepts into steps people can understand and follow. They help people make sense of things that were unclear before. While training unfortunately can and often is completed without learning transfer, instructional design exists to close that gap. Without learning transfer, organizations pay twice, once for training and again for ongoing support. Success is measured by independent, accurate use, not by completion or time spent. Instructional designers do not replace subject matter experts. They create conditions where people can work correctly without ongoing guidance. That outcome defines the role. Instructional designers do not just create content. They design learning so people can understand correctly and act independently.